Hi, my name is Lachey Brinson. I'm a current student at Purdue Calumet University majoring in nursing. I'm going to speak about an important issue within the nursing profession. The issue is that some hospitals are not hiring new nurses. I will also discuss the effects it has on the profession and possible solutions. The fact that hospitals are not hiring new nurses has become a pretty big deal within the profession of nursing. According to Hammaker and Tomlinson, this is one of the effects of managed care cost cutting. Hospitals are trying to save as much money as possible for things that will benefit the patient care. By keeping more experienced and older nurses, hospitals are saving money. They don't have to pay the new nurses salaries if they don't hire any. Colossi stated that hospitals have had to resort to this because of both managed care and reduced government reimbursements. The fact that there is an increasing cost in technology, quality, and labor doesn't really help either. This issue has many effects. Because of the fact that hospitals are not hiring new nurses, it is forcing a bigger workload on the nurses that are working. Nurses are being given a lot of overtime because of nurse shortages. Burney, Needleman, and Kovner have stated that long hours can leave nurses fatigued and affect their ability to provide adequate care. To make things even more difficult, nurses have to be responsible for more patients' care than they can handle. This is because there aren't enough nurses to take care of all the patients coming in every day. In order to make it work, nurses have to try to care for as many patients as possible. Overworked nurses can also experience high levels of stress, sleep problems, anger, and poor health, according to Titus and Fenwick. If hospitals are not hiring more nurses, it is actually puts more patients' health at risk. If nurses are too tired and can't focus correctly, something can go wrong when they are trying to give a patient a shot or medication. Nurses need to be on high alert when doing things that could physically harm their patient if done incorrectly. If a nurse does not give enough care to each patient, then the health of the patient will not increase as much as it could have. The more distracted and unprepared a nurse is, the less capable they are of giving effective care to their patients. That takes away the purpose of nursing. Patients come to the hospital to receive help and care for their health. Most patients trust nurses with their life. It is not safe for them if their nurse can't even do their job correctly because they are exhausted or too busy with other patients. There are some solutions to this problem. The hospital could distribute the workload to unlicensed and licensed staff in an equal and efficient way. Of course, only the qualified nurses will be able to do the technical things that require the right training. If effective, this can decrease the stress and workload that is put on nurses. Hospitals receive most of their money from their patients and their insurance. Hospitals need to find a balance when it comes to spending that money. If money is the main reason why they are not hiring new nurses, then maybe they should cut back what they are spending on other things. For example, maybe they could spend less money on employee benefits. Rosler stated that Pennsylvania increased their investment from $750,000 to $870,000 in order to hire more nurse faculty. By doing this, they will have more money to pay salaries and wages. It is safe to say that hospitals not hiring new nurses has a negative effect on a lot of things. It affects not only the nurses that are being overworked, but also the patients that are under their care. No one wants to put their lives in the hands of a nurse that is not fully focused or capable of helping them with their health. It is not fair to the nurses that have to deal with being overworked. Hospitals are trying to save more money to use it on things that will benefit their patients. The problem is that by putting all these patients under the care of the limited amount of nurses, it is actually bad for their health. They are not getting the full attention that they need to make sure they leave as healthy as possible. For more information about how hospitals are not hiring new nurses, visit www.nursingjobs.us and search the hiring freeze in nursing. For more information about how hospitals make money, visit economics.blogs.nytimes.com and search How Do Hospitals Get Paid a Primer. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Once again, I am Lachey Brinson.